Oh, you're still here. Strange. Yeah, this additional video is actually a compilation of the last 25 days. So, if that wasn't enough for you, enjoy. It's Christmas, everybody. Haha. Okay, it's not really Christmas yet. But if you saw the teaser trailer, I am making 25 animation videos in 1 month. Every day from the beginning of December until Christmas Day itself. Oh boy, that's a lot of work. As you can imagine, this is a massive undertaking, so the videos are not going to be quite as long as normal animations. And that's also why there's not been too many animations uploaded in the past few weeks. But expect a plethora of Christmas related content. Oh, and this video counts as one of the 25, so I guess there's 24 more to go? For those of you that complain about my upload schedule, you're welcome. And hey, if you don't want to miss an upload this festive season, be sure to hit the subscribe button and also press the Christmas bell to be notified every day that I upload. Ah, Christmas bells. You know what I love about winter? Well, snow. But lots of it. Lots and lots of snow. So much that your back garden basically turns into the Arctic. Trust me, there's only so much snow you can have until you can barely get out of your front door in the morning. When I was younger, I used to look forward to the mornings where you could listen on the radio to hear if your school was going to be closed for the day. Now, that decision was normally left to the head teacher of the school. And let me tell you, my head teacher didn't care about the snow one bit. He expected people to be there. You would have to swim into school. But for the days where it was a snow day, those days were amazing. One thing, however, that I think everybody can relate to is that when you do have a snow day, you make the most of it. Nothing quite gets me into the Christmas spirit like putting up Christmas decorations. Getting out the old decorations really brings back some good memories. Until you then get the tree. It's so heavy and difficult to hold. Oh. I know a lot of people get real trees, but we've always had the same fake tree, which it works, I guess. It's good because it has the lights built into the tree. At least I'm not picking pine needles out of my butt throughout January. This is all needed, however, so you can enjoy those late nights, cozy and warm indoors, whilst the biting cold is just outside. Enjoy it while it lasts, because once Christmas is over and those decorations get put away, your front room looks like it's been ransacked, just empty and bare in comparison to what was there before. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to get myself some hot chocolate and enjoy the festivities. Could humans hibernate? This is something that I've thought about for a long time. There have been many occasions where I've just wanted to go to sleep and not wake up for 3 months. Unfortunately, I can't do that. But is it technically possible? Hibernation is when an animal goes into a state of extended inactivity, often hiding itself away from the elements and predators. Now, I'm no scientist, but I just don't think we're built for this sort of thing. Firstly, our ancestors will likely not have needed to do this, especially if we were residing in more tropical climates. But more importantly, we have the comforts and tools to avoid the need to hibernate altogether. We have heat, clothing, shelter, Netflix, everything needed to satisfy those basic biological needs. As much as I would love to go tell my boss to wake me up in 3 months' time, I don't think it's gonna happen. Advent calendars are just one of a number of things intended to fatten me up over the winter months. Every day, getting a new door to open and a new chocolatey treat waiting inside. Sometimes you even get a joke inside the door itself. What do snowmen like to do on the weekend? Chill out. Okay, I never said the jokes were good, just that they're in there. The true test of having an advent calendar, however, is to stick to opening one door each day. It is very tempting just to open up the whole thing and gorge yourself on chocolate. But that only brings disappointment, people. And this doesn't even account for some of the more fancy advent calendars that people get. It's not like I wanted a whole present every day anyway. A winter pastime as old as the holiday itself. Making a snowman. It's such a proud achievement finishing a snowman and knowing you've created something truly wonderful. Until it melts slowly and painfully away. Anyway, do you guys ever wish that snowmen were magical, like the one on the Snowman short they air every Christmas? Having your awesome new snowman friend to go on crazy adventures and to fly about to visit Santa Claus. I still hold on to hope that one day that might just happen. Although I can't really sing that well, so I don't know how that would go down. We're walking in the air. Oh, I really can't hit those high notes. If you work or have ever worked in retail before, you know that over the Christmas break, it well and truly sucks. Not only are you very likely going to be working over the Christmas period, but the shops are rammed at this time of year. People buying all their last minute gifts and whatnot. Although it's meant to be a time of peace and goodwill, you have never truly seen aggression until your colleague brings a bunch of Christmas turkeys out on the shop floor. A flock of old ladies would descend into all-out war just to grab one of these turkeys. The things you do for a part-time job. From my experience, retail shops milk the holiday for everything that it's worth. I used to work for a shop and they put Christmas decorations up in October. October! Look, I like Christmas, but by the time you've been working in a Christmas environment for 3 months, you grow to despise the holiday by the time Christmas actually comes around. I am very glad that I don't work in retail anymore, and I'm just one of the customers now that fight over the turkeys instead. You know what I love about the holidays? Spending all day watching trash, or just watching old movies with the family. Something I've never truly understood, however, is the Christmas special for TV shows. It almost seems like a cheap knockoff or a shoddily put together episode of a beloved TV show. Shoehorned into a season just to bank on that Christmas profit margin. Don't get me wrong though, there are a few shows that I think do the Christmas special right. I can't just be thankful for the time off I've got at Christmas, can I? I really do hope that some of you do agree with me on this. Look, I'll explain it like this. It's like watching the original 3 Star Wars films, and then watching the Star Wars Christmas special and being told it's the 4th movie in the franchise. You didn't know there was a Star Wars Christmas special, did you? George Lucas didn't want you to know that either, but I'm telling you anyway. I think I've proven my point. For those of you who've made the transition from child to adult, you know what I'm going to be talking about. But for those of you who are still kids, enjoy it while it lasts, because it only gets worse from here. Everyone knows that as a child, Christmas is amazing. You would wake up and see the huge amount of presents under the tree, all for you, ready to be opened. You would get the latest toys, games, and just have an amazing time finding out what you got. You would then spend the entire day playing with your new gifts. Getting something like socks though? Pfft. Who on earth would want such a practical gift, especially in comparison to my new Xbox? Jeez. This is a very different story if you're an adult, however. Because socks are probably the greatest thing you could open on that day. Oh my god, new socks! And yeah, you don't get quite as many presents each year, and people aren't quite as excited to give you the presents when you're an adult. Here, open it, Merry Christmas. Gee, thanks. You know this video is going to be serious, because I started with a long sigh. I remember it like it was yesterday. The great playground war ended in tragedy. So many injured. So much unnecessary violence. And for what? This wasn't just a fight. It was a snowball fight! That's right, you thought I could make 25 videos and not talk about a snowball fight? This was by far one of my favourite things to do when it snowed, especially if you and your friends form the #1 snowball team in the area. I have an entire story to talk about past battles and epic victories. Stories such as the playground invasion, king of the golf course, and the great escape of that one time we accidentally smashed our neighbour's car window with a snowball. Ah yes. Maybe another time I'll go into more details of our grand escapades. If you want to hear it, let me know down in the comments below. Everyone loves cake. If you don't, you're either a liar or have no soul. But what about Christmas cake? I don't know if this is the thing that every country in the world does, but we in Britain, we have something called Christmas cake. It's basically fruitcake with icing, which most people would eat on or around Christmas. The problem is, however, my mum decides to make this cake a good few weeks before Christmas Day itself, meaning I would have to stare at this thing, not being allowed to eat it all of this time. Now Tank, don't you eat this cake. I must eat the cake. What I do love, however, is when the cake is first made and there's leftover cake batter in the pan. Oh, and don't even get me started on mince pies. Oh. Can you smell that? Being in a Christmas market is so nice. Having the dark and cold winter, and then combining it with a warm fire, the smell of roasting chestnuts and mulled wine. Oh, and don't forget the shiny lights and Christmas trees. I can't think of anything more that gets me into the Christmas spirit than a good old Christmas market. Does anyone else have that warm feeling where it's bitterly cold outside, but you are nice and cozy indoors, safe, with a nice hot cup of tea? That is what being in a Christmas market is like. Yeah, okay, it's a little similar to yesterday's video, but I think a lot of people really underestimate things like smell and taste, just those things that really get you into the Christmas mood. And also because I just love food itself. Dear Santa, it's Tankbank here, asking for your holiday cheer. I know last year I was a bit of a Grinch, but I hope you will help a guy out in a pinch. All year I have tried to be good, being kind and caring like everybody should. I ask for one thing and one thing only, to perhaps make me not feel quite so lonely. Not sacks of coal or demonetization, but perhaps a really cool space station. That might be asking for too much, but I'm sure your workshop can do such. A space station would be pretty rad. I would make it my killer sweet pad. Oh, and make it one like the Death Star. I need to conquer galaxies from afar. Wait, did I accidentally say conquer before? I mean a craft I could go and explore. So I hope you embrace the ideals to give. Because remember, I know where you live. For you, I give thank. Lots of love, Tankbank. You know, it would probably be a good idea for me to start small and ask for something like a lightsaber instead. Okay. I already touched on this in a previous video, but this is a cautionary tale of last minute Christmas shopping. Be it a present you forgot to buy, something for Christmas dinner which you just forgot to get before, or even taking your car to the petrol station to fill up before it closes for the next few days. Everyone has done this at some point in the past, and I'm making this video as a reminder, double check you have everything before the big day. That's why I'm making this video now and not closer to Christmas itself, because you know, fate will screw you over if you leave it in fate's hands. Need that turkey but forgot to get one before Christmas Eve? Well, it looks like you're eating a microwavable curry for Christmas, because that's all they had left. But whatever you do, Please don't be one of the people that decide to fight over the turkeys. In this whole series, I talk about a lot of different Christmas related topics. If I'm going to be doing this many things, how could I forget to talk about sledging? This was one of my favourite things to do as a kid when it snowed. We lived in an area that was very close to many farms and fields, so finding steep hills wasn't really a problem, especially if you knew where to go to find the best slopes. We used to go for hours and just race each other. Not gonna lie, it was pretty difficult to not only stay in your sledge, while simultaneously attempting to boot your friend off theirs, so you could slide to victory. Sometimes we'd try something especially dangerous. Yeah, sorry mum. One time, we found a river which had frozen over, and decided it would be a great idea to go down the slope and try and hop over the river. You can probably guess what happened next. I used to be the sort of person that would despise a Christmas jumper. They would look ugly, feel really itchy, and just generally didn't fit with my teenage angsty phase at the time. This is until one year I got a job and they had a Christmas jumper day for charity. Meaning you could turn up to work not wearing normal uniform, but had to wear a Christmas jumper instead. And to do that, you would also donate to charity. Now remember, at this time I had never explored the world of Christmas jumpers before. You don't want to be that one person that doesn't get involved if it's for a good cause. So, I bit the bullet and decided to buy myself a Christmas jumper. When I wore it, I felt a wave of warmth come over me. Ooh, this is nice and toasty. My world changed that day. I now love a good Christmas jumper. Heck, I even wear mine when it's not Christmas, because of how warm it is. Oh boy. What did I get? Oh. Nail clippers. Yay. I don't know if it's just me, but Christmas crackers are always a bit of a letdown. The crackers we normally have are the ones which give you a few different things, such as a paper crown. Okay, I have to admit, I do like this. But there is usually a prize inside the cracker too, something that you'd use for 5 minutes and then misplace and never use again. Last year I had a fortune telling fish, which is basically just a paper fish which bends, and when it bends it's meant to tell you a fortune. Mine just lied there, like a dead fish. Wow, real good prize. Much like an advent calendar, there are also jokes inside the crackers too. What did the stamp say to the Christmas card? Stick with me and we'll go places. Can someone come up with some better material? Okay, this is not necessarily Christmas related, but ice skating, winter, snow, yada yada yada, close enough. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this and express how much I love the idea of ice skating. Someone can gracefully slide across a sheet of ice and do cool tricks. Notice how I said I like the idea of ice skating, however. The reason I said that was because I can't ice skate at all. Whenever I go to the ice rink, I'm the sort of person that holds onto the sides. I also do remember falling over a whole bunch, face planting and bashing my knees against the hard ice, then making myself look like an idiot when trying to get back up off the ground. What I remember more than anything was the reason I don't go ice skating anymore. Last time I was there, I witnessed an accident. Someone fell over in the middle of the ice ring, much like I normally would. However, someone else may have also skated over their hand when they were on the ground. Well, that's enough ice skating for me one day, or an entire lifetime. Finding the hidden Christmas presents. Anyone ever done this? You know the presents are somewhere in the house, except the ones you get from Father Christmas, but you don't know where. The first time I discovered them was when I was playing hide and seek in our house with my brother. I would hide in the cupboard, and I felt something hard and pointy in a pile of clothes. I managed to uncover a Pokédex that I'd been bought for Christmas, hidden in the cupboard and not yet wrapped up. I was so excited. I had to pretend that I was surprised that I received this on Christmas Day when I actually did open it up. Don't get me wrong, I love that present, but I had to lie about my knowledge of what I was gonna get. So, sorry Mum. Again. But that is totally the only thing that I found before Christmas Day. Yeah. When I was looking up topics of things to make videos on, I had the sudden realisation that there are some very strange Christmas traditions. So that's what this video is, to introduce you to some of the weird and wonderful things that people get up to over the Christmas holiday. A big jolly man delivering presents seems a bit odd in itself, but did you know about Krampus? The right-hand man in his whole operation. Apparently in Austria, Krampus searches for badly behaving children, and as a result, people tend to dress up as him. Perfect for people that hadn't quite got enough of Halloween 2 months before. Also, I found out that in Japan, in 1974, there was an ad played for KFC about a Christmas dinner meal. And funnily enough, this turned into a national tradition. Although the Japanese people don't quite celebrate Christmas to the same extent, apparently it's been a popular tradition ever since. Don't know about you, but I would love to go to Japan for one Christmas and just to try out this KFC banquet. Mr. Colonel, that is something that I can get behind, no problem at all. There are plenty more weird traditions online, but we've got to move on. There's only a few days left until the big day itself. This was one of the best feelings in the world. Knowing that your long stint at school or work was just about over. And you knew that you had a good couple of weeks off to enjoy the holidays. The weeks running up to the winter break has a direct correlation with the amount of effort you put in. By the last few days, you are literally doing nothing and just watching the clock count down. I purposefully released this video today as I know this could very well be the last day of work or school for a lot of people. Hashtag relatable Christmas content. Teachers wanting to give you homework whilst you're enjoying your time off. I don't think so, teach. College assignment due over the holidays. Not for me, thanks. Boss wants me to work overtime on the last day of work. Not my style, bro. Stay or you're fired. Yeah, okay, boss, no problem. Okay, so this is a little bit more of a ranty video than what I'd normally do, but one thing that infuriates me is seeing stories of people online about kids going crazy that they didn't get what they wanted for Christmas. Or, worse than that, not getting enough of what they wanted. It really boggles my mind that people feel so entitled about what they should receive over the holidays. Got the latest smartphone but it wasn't an iPhone? Damn it, just be thankful for what you get. I would be over the moon if someone bought me a new phone. If you're receiving presents this year, just be thankful that someone has decided to spend their hard-earned money trying to make you happy for that day. Yes, even Grandma, who made that ugly, itchy jumper. Yes, you will wear that jumper and you will not take it off. Do you hear me? I have a lot of mixed feelings on Secret Santa, the Christmas game where you have to buy someone a gift and the recipient has no idea who bought it for them. On the surface, it sounds like a great and exciting idea, but in reality there are a few problems with it. You would always have to buy a gift for someone who you either don't really know very well, or you just don't have enough time to get anything worthwhile for them. Hey man, how you enjoying your gift? Well, it's a little odd to receive dog food when I don't own a dog. Yeah man, a crazy gift. I wonder who would have been stupid enough to get you a present like that. It was secretly me that bought that present. The other problem being the whole secret part of Secret Santa falls away pretty quickly once everybody has their gifts. It becomes pretty obvious by the process of elimination who's got what for people. So you best be sure that the gift you bought was a good one, otherwise you will be reminded of this for a long time to come. Failing that, you could always just re-gift it, or sell it alongside the thousands of unwanted gifts put on eBay after Christmas. How does Santa deliver every present in one night? I have always wondered this. They say that the jolly fat man himself, Santa Claus, can deliver presents to every child on the entire planet in one night. So, is it even possible? I'm not a mathematician, but Google tells me that there are approximately 1.9 billion children in the world. He actually has much longer to deliver the presents in, because he would take advantage of international time zones. I mean, yeah, he would have to travel 1800 miles a second, so he has 8 reindeer, each pulling a sleigh, enough presents for every child in the world over, and a great big fat man. And at that speed, the reindeer would probably likely burn up in the atmosphere due to friction. But let's assume that there's Christmas magic on the go, and that doesn't happen. Yep, that sounds completely reasonable to me. Unless there's more than one Santa. Because it really doesn't seem feasible that one man can deliver presents to approximately 625 houses a second now, does it? Or maybe I'm just overthinking this whole thing, and just be grateful for anything arriving at all. So, we finally made it. The big day is finally here. Merry Christmas, everyone. Or, if you don't celebrate it, I just hope that you guys enjoy the holidays. I am now going to partake in my favourite part of the entire day. Spending time with family and loved ones? Opening presents? No. The food, of course. I would really hope that you guys know me a little bit better by now. Later on, I may even find time to watch all of the awesome Christmas related content uploaded by fellow creators. Who even needs Christmas movies? Am I right? Guys, I really enjoyed making this series. Despite the amount of work and preparation that went into it, I hope that you guys did too. I actually plan on having a little break over the next week or two, and will probably return in the new year with a groundbreaking new video. About something. Yeah, I should probably start thinking about that. Oh, and for those of you still here, I have one more surprise up my sleeve. I actually have one more video coming out this month. Boom! Mind blown. I got you. This is no 25 episode stint, oh no, it's 26. I really like to treat you guys, don't I? Like I said, enjoy the day, spend time with loved ones, and I'll see you guys for one more video tomorrow. Fantastic. Oh, you're still here. Strange. Yeah, this additional video is actually a compilation of the last 25. Wait, haven't we already done this before?